Hey guys, what is going on? It is Frank Darty, and welcome to a long-awaited, updated collection video. The last time I did a collection video was a year and 2 days ago from today. It was actually last year on August 16th, yeah, so I missed it by 2 days. So, oh yeah, by the way, I'm joined by David and Will, so, now, I'm going to let you guys, here's a little bit of a thing I'm going to tell you guys. First of all, my entire bed is where the collection is. About 75% of it is on the bed, and about another, I want to say maybe 20% of it is, I don't want to say 20. I have most of it on the bed, some of it's on the board still, and there's some little miscellaneous parts or broken things that are like still inside bins and stuff. So, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I have well over 100 devices. I think it's about almost 110, maybe. And I still have many more devices that I'll be getting in the coming months. Actually, coming weeks, to be honest. I'm actually supposed to get some stuff from Will next week. I'm supposed to go to Wheelock with Alex and get some stuff, hopefully this week. And, yeah, so it's going to be a lot of new stuff, but, you know, whatever. So, let me stop rambling on and show you the main thing. So, we can clearly see that there's a lot of devices here. I want to say there's roughly about 80-something devices on this bed right now. So, should I start from the bottom or the top?
Top.
Alright. Now, I was going to do these things by order of brand, but I kind of just was going from shelf to shelf grabbing random things, so it's not organized, but, you know, organization is for rich people and smart people, which I am neither. So anyway, let's get started. Here we Thanks, David. Here we have one of my System Sensor 2400 THs. I don't know where the base for this one is, but it's somewhere. I have two of these. One is down a little bit further. It's on one of the other rows. Then we have my Simplex 2099 9755. I'm going to pull all the pull stations as well. We have my ADT 5060S. These are very similar, but not alike. I have a System Sensor Spectral Alert Advanced Horn Strobe. This has a dead strobe, and here's also a back box that it came with. This is one of the alarms I salvaged from that company with Alex. I would use this back box, but the only problem is I don't have the mounting bracket for it, so if anyone has an extra one they could send me, please let me know, because I really want to use that back box. Yeah, definitely. Here we have a NBG12L. This actually was an LX, but Alex converted it. Believe it or not, a lot of this stuff is not a lot, but I want to say about 10 or 15 to 20% of the stuff is from Alex. So, big shout out to Alex. If you're watching this, dude, I really appreciate this. You've actually helped grow my collection a good deal. Here is this Simplex T Bar that I got from Caleb a while ago that says Purge on it. However, it's in pieces right now. I think the only thing it needs is just a lock and a button. But I have several Simplex T Bars that are in need of buttons, and I don't have them. Here's a System Sensor 2112/24TB. This is pretty much like the 2300 TB I have. It doesn't have the terminal block either. This is the cover to an old EH I got from Caleb that was actually broken. Here's one of my one of my Esl detectors that is completely damaged. No LED, the grill's broken, it's not even on the cover, it's being held on by the wires, and the disc is bent up, so I don't even think this detector is even operational. Here we have my actual first Simplex T Bar I got from my grandfather. It's not my first one, but it was this is one of the original T Bars I've owned, I still have. It doesn't have a button. I'm hoping to get a button for it soon, but this T-Bar has a lot of emotional value to it, and I need to clean it up and fix it. This was removed from a hospital. Same thing with the Chevron I got, technically. I'll get into that later. This is the cover to the Honeywell BG12 I actually have, but I took the lock out of it, and I also, I also, it doesn't have the back. Here's a system sensor carbon monoxide detector I have, but it's actually outdated, and I don't know if I'll be able to use this when I get my MS5ED. I might need to get a new one. Here's the BNG1R, but however, it is inside the BG6 right now. I'll get to explain that a little bit later. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to do a lot of walking back and forth. Here's the RSS, the RSSA 24 MCW. This device will be leaving me soon. It'll be going to Firefighter whenever I get to see him again when he gives me my panel. I'll also be giving him a couple other devices. I forget what specifically, but he is getting a couple more devices. Here is the one of my Edwards heats. I now only have two, if you didn't know, because I popped the disc off one of the other ones and I was trying to test it. Here's my BRK 1451, the huge detector I have. This is going to David, by the way. Here is the one. Here's the newer, not like brand new, but it's a newer version of the 270 GAO I have. It looks like a newer version, but it doesn't have a security screw, so that's nice. That is the backplate to that horn strobe right there. I'll get to that later. That is my system sensor HR, and then there's two BG12s there. This is just a regular Firelight Bg 12, by the way. I didn't pull that. I didn't pull this. Here's a Bg12L. I can't pull this because it doesn't have a button. Same with this, and this is just a cover. And this also doesn't have a button either, but you get the point. Now moving back, I have this A.R.A. Products little test switch. I'm actually going to try and hook this up to the system at some point and use it as either a silent switch or supervisory or something. Here's the older 270 GAO. I got two of these from Connor, or CJ 9899, I think that's the numbers. I can't remember specifically. But David has the other one.
What?
You have the other older 270 GAO I have.
Oh, yeah.
These are two covers to Simplex remote strobes. This is actually on an old strobe plate when I was really little. I dismembered it, but I also have this one, and this is also just one of my 9838 not too long ago. I have a spring to a pull station. I guess it was in one of those, so I'll have to figure out what that's to. Here I have my white System Sensor Spectral Alert Classic. This, I believe, is an S1224 MCW, multi-candela. We have my working System Sensor Spectral Alert Advanced P2RK. I really do like this Advanced. It's a little weathered, but it is in very good condition. Will is testing some of his Gentex devices. Here we have the A.R.A. 10, which I did manage to fix for the time being. I still have to do some work on it. I will move over here. Here's my System Sensor P2475 Classic Spectral Alert. I need to use this in a test soon because I haven't used it in a while, and I really do like that classic. Here is one of my BG10s. I did not pull that or the other one. This is just a regular BG10. This is one of the other ones. It was, I have another one. I got this from Mark. Here's my other System Sensor 2400TH. And just to let you guys know, this video is already almost 10 minutes long, and I haven't even gotten halfway done with the collection.
Yeah, you're really annoying.
Thank you, David. But you're one to talk.
Yeah, very funny.
I know, I'm drop dead hysterical. You can ask my fans. Anyway, I'm the funny guy of the alarm community. Here we have my National Time 541S, I think. It's essentially, it's like a sitcom pole station, just that we're branded by National Time. Here we have my Integrity remote horn. The model number for this is 7571AT. The back plate, I think, is in that bin over there. Here's my other working Edwards heat detector with the back on it. Here's my Edwards/BRK ion smoke. I don't know the model number to it, but this is technically a Canadian device because the instructions on it are Canadian. That also I got from Connor. I have my pre-integrity. I've had this thing forever. This is actually just in a system test not too long ago. I really love this device. It's not too hard. It's actually, believe it or not as hard to come by nowadays for some odd reason, but it is still kind of rare. It's a very nice device. If you really can find if you can find one of these for a decent price, I'd get it. You're going to probably get it for at least 35, 40 bucks. Anything that's cheaper, I'd definitely get. But moving over here, we have my Edwards 895. This is pretty much an Adaptahorn in an 892 body, and this is what this cover plate is for, but the back plate rather is for. And this is actually an 8-wire device. Now, what Connor did is he bundled the wires to make it 4-wire, but you know, I like this device. It's very good. Here we have my AIP270 ASPO. But yeah, it might be a DPO because it has yeah, it's a DPO because it has 4 wires. Here's the cover I found at the alarm company with Alex. It doesn't have the strobe plate, but I might actually integrate this for one of my Genesis alarms. Here we have my first gen integrity I got from my technician. It has a back box with it as well. It's on the wall right now. This sounds like a pre-integrity, but looks like an actual integrity. Very nice device. I want to say I'm about halfway done now. I'm in the middle row, so probably about halfway. Here we have my functioning ESL detector. The only thing with this is the little lock on it, or the little latch, is broken, but other than that, this detector is completely functional. I tried testing the heat element for it, but I'm not sure if it works, and also, I don't know if I had it wired up correctly, but probably not. It has four terminals on it, but I don't know. I'll have to try and test it one time. Here we have I got this from Alex as well. This is a Wheelock Mt 24WM. It has the older style WM remote strobe on it. Here we have the Siga from Jack. This was his. It's kind of busted because of the lock on it and also the tab on it. It's a little bit messed up, but I can't even lock it anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Here we have my EST Genesis remote strobe. This is an older Genesis, and it does have the one of my adapter plates on it. Here we have my FCI MS6. Moving over to the other side, we have my Gentex Shg, which I got from David. Thank you very much. And I'll actually be this is the one that sounds like a Commander 3, but I will be getting a older one from Will very soon. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, with a couple other devices. Here's the back to my Simplex wiffle ball detector. Here are 2 radionics bases that are compatible with Simplex detectors. I actually have one on there now. Okay, so David has the base with my wiffle ball for this detector, and this is the base for the wiffle ball. This is the head for the base that he has. It's complicated. But yeah, so these are just the same Simplex bases, except for they're branded by Radionics. Technically, Hochiki is the maker of those bases originally. Now moving on to 4 of my many Simplex pull stations. I've already done several, but I never pulled the MS6 because it's kind of hard to pull with one hand. I'll actually, there I pulled it. It's essentially a FCI's take on the BG8, which is up there. Here we have one of 3 of my Simplex 4251-20s. These are my favorite pull stations for those of you who know and who don't know. I really like these pull stations. They're a classic device. They really scream retro. I like the way they look. Here's my Bilingual Simplex T Bar that is dual or 2-stage. Here's my pull that, by the way. This is a 2099 9122 CB. This is my 2099 9754. It's the newer one with the newer Simplex style logo. Here's another 4251-20. Here's my Edwards 882 1B horn. This is an older Edwards horn. I really like this. It's an 882 2B. It sounds a lot more. It sounds a lot more low pitched than the EST ones. The EST versions of those horns sound a lot higher pitched, but the Edwards one sounds a lot lower pitched. I don't know why. What?
When are you gonna stop talking?
Probably never. I am still not even done with this video. I don't think.
no one's gonna be watching this video. Like.
Hey, David, at least people watch my channel. Anyway, I have two very rare Firelight SD300s. These are addressable 2400 detectors, and if you need proof, there it is. This is an older Firelight addressable detector. These both will actually be going to David the next time I see him. At least one of them is, by my knowledge. I don't know what else we haven't worked out a trade for the second one, but if he does not end up getting the second one, I will most likely sell it. But I will keep you guys posted on that. These are very yellowed, but they do work to my knowledge. Me and Alex got two each from the company we went to, and we didn't know what they were at first. We thought they were just addressable system sensor detectors. We didn't know that they were Firelight, because these detectors are quite rare, the Firelight versions, and they were literally just tons of them, dozens of them. We should have grabbed more, but we didn't. Here's my also rare 2300 TB smoke. I believe this does work. I got it from Brian, but I don't have a base for it, and also it doesn't have the terminal blocks on it. Same thing with these. These don't have terminal blocks. That one doesn't have a terminal block, but here's the 2100S I got from David. This is what he gave me this for that detector. Moving on, I'm actually going to go from this side. Also from David, the next two devices, we have the Wheelock MT24 LSM. I really do like this MT, probably my favorite of all of them. We have an RSS multi-candela version, but for some odd reason it doesn't work. Now I know David didn't break it, but I think maybe it just blew the strobe flasher. Maybe the flasher burnt out or something, I'm not sure. But whenever I've tried to apply power... I didn't, and I actually have the cover on upside down, but I'm not sure. I've tried to power it up several times and it doesn't work. Here we have my Siemens ZR. What's the full model number? It's in there somewhere. It's a Siemens ZR. It's essentially a Wheelock ZRS, or branded by Siemens. We have we actually have my favorite horn strobe. We have the Wheelock EH DL1 WM24. I really love these EHs. They're my favorite Wheelock device. Very classic 90s and 80s device. We have my MT24R. This is my remote horn MT. It's actually upside down for some odd reason. But yeah, it doesn't have its jumper plug because my panel's using it right now, so I can't use it right now, and I'll explain why later, or I just won't do it at all because I'm going to get sidetracked. Here we have my Wheelock Seat 70. I really do like this device. I want to use it again soon. I actually took this apart a while ago, but I managed to put it back together for the most part. I actually got this from SCR Safety, so Grant, if you're watching this, thank you again for this chime strobe. We have one of my prized possessions. We have the 2903 with the 983 behind it. This is the one that was in that Simplex Tech video, the same exact unit. If you want, I'll put a link in the description, and it is the first NA that is in that video. I have proof because it did come from Simplex Tech. It's just complicated. If you don't believe me, that's on you, but it is from Simplex Tech. David, at least I have one. Anyway, here we have, is this a 9219? Yeah, this is my Simplex 4903 9219. This is one of my favorite Simplex devices. It's actually in very good condition right now. I actually want to use this very soon on a system. Moving on, we have the Firelight Bg 10. This is my other one. This is on its SP10 back box. So
Either someone just ripped one, or that was an electromechanical horn.
yeah, pretty much. Because what he means is these devices can get very old and sound very scratchy after a while, so... But this one sounds really good. I'll have to test it on my panel soon. Here we have my ESD Genesis horn strobe. This is the multi-candela with the fire lettering, and I actually got the trim plate recently from Alex. These are what they have in my school, by the way. For those of you who did not know I have this, I actually have an Ansel FCI MS2, except for the only problem is it does not have a lock, it does not have a spring, and the button is kind of busted. I have another button for it, voice crack. But yeah, I'm almost 17 years old and I'm voice cracking like a 12-year-old. Anyway, I have another one of my EHs. This is a Wheelock EH EL1 WM24. This is essentially the same thing as this, except for it just has a smaller body. That's meant to be flush mount. This is meant to go on a back box. Not that it matters or anything, but we have my Wheelock AS24 MCW. I really do like this device. I want to use this again very soon. Okay, let me just say something right now. Actually, I'll say it in a minute. But I don't use this device as much as I want to, but yeah. Here we have my Gentex Commander 3. This is the all-red version that's used for general signaling. The full model number is GEC R24PWR. So, very nice. I love the Commanders. I want to get a regular one quite soon, but I don't know how soon that's going to be. And for those of you who want to get one of these, they are very expensive. I think I got this for $60, I think. I don't know, 50 maybe, I don't know. Here we have one of four of my one of three. Yeah, one of three. One of my three of i3s. This is my system sensor i3 4WTB. This is my favorite out of all of them. This is just essentially a 4-wire i3 with a thermal sensor. I have the little cover for it. I have a regular 2400, however, this thing actually doesnn't have a working LED because it's broken, but the detector does work. I have an ESL 521B. I do not have a back for this detector, however, I will be getting one from David next time I see him, so.
What's that now?
You're giving me a back for this detector.
Oh yeah, that's what, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because Jack gave you one, but it don't work.
Yeah. Who else is in the call?
Jack.
Oh, Jack is in the call. Okay, well, Jack's in the video, not that he said anything. We have my other Simplex, I dropped it, of course. Alright. I'm recording a video. Here I have my 4903 9101. I got this from Dave. Actually, the technical model number is 4903 9501 because it was originally like the upside down version, but I flipped it back. It's actually quite easy to do. Really, David, I'm so glad you given an opinion. Your opinion is about as valid as a papier-mâché bomb shelter. Just stop talking. Anyway, I know you do. Wait till the camera's off. Just to let you know, every time you and I talk, that's like several seconds I have to, like, that are added to this video. It's already 22 minutes long. Alright, well, at least this video will get views, unlike the stuff on your channel. Anyway, but yeah, I actually gave David my Simplex 4904 9105 strobe. That was the one that was like the Gentex strobe, and he traded me for this. I have my Honeywell. This is my Simplex 2902 9107 vibrating chime. I haven't used this in a while, and I plan to use it soon. I just don't know when. It's hard to use this device because of that board is all wood, and it's all nailed into a bunch of studs, and my parents' room's right behind it, so it makes a lot of noise and distorts the sound of the chime a lot. So it's hard to use, but I might use it soon on like my coded pull or something if you want to see that. Here we have my this is the second one. This is my i3 4WTAB. This is essentially the same thing as that, except for it does have a relay on it, and it does have a sounder. It has an internal relay. So nice. I haven't tested this detector yet, but to my knowledge it works. I just don't like the sounder. Here we have my older Spectronics 3424. I used this recently in a system test with that strobe plate. Here we have my Honeywell 34T24, but the actual Honeywell model number is SC806A 103B. Here we have my 9238, which I retrofitted that one strobe into and fixed it. And the cool thing was that was actually the 110 candela strobe I got from Jack, and the 9238 takes a 110 candela strobe, so I fixed it and it works good. I'm almost done. What?
Do you still have that 4-wire i3 you got from the restore?
Yes.
That's what he said in the video.
Maybe.
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto right now. I'm not really paying attention.
Yes, the Italian playing Grand Theft Auto. Freaking ironic. Here we have my Gamewell 70403, which is the V7001T. This is the one with the busted screw on it. That's my fault. I want to fix this device so bad. I also want to use it again, but I don't know how practical that's going to be. So I'll have to figure something out, because this might go to Jack for in exchange for a kit of B5, but that might happen more towards Christmas. And last thing that's on the bed, we have my Edwards coded pull station. This does the code 911. Quite ironic. I'll pull it for you. Yeah, I say that every time I talk about this pull station. I have another coded pull station, which is a old one there. It's a Samson pull station, which is technically couch, but it doesn't work. But it's actually a very antique piece, so I'm not gonna sell it or get rid of it. Here's my last 4251-20. This is acting as a light switch, and also is what's connected to the panel's power source, and the panel's on right now. So I won't be pulling. Actually, no. I'll actually just. I just disabled the NACs. I will pull all of those. So there's that. I actually had 4 of these. I have my Notifier NBG12LR. I traded the other 3 away. Jack has one. Everyday Exit Sign has one. And Sirens of South Carolina has one. And I will not be getting rid of this pull station. I have one left, and I really want to keep this one because it's a nice pull station. I got them all in really good condition. Here's my last i3. This is my 2WTB. This is essentially a 2-wire i3 with a thermal sensor, and it also has slots for a remote enunciator, which is connected to that. So, and that is a remote enunciator. This is just an Edwards remote enunciator. It's just a little indicator light. It's bilingual too. Got that from Connor. Down low, this is a newer device, not the Chevron, but this is the stopper I got. It does have a horn in it, but I don't have it connected. Here I have my Simplex Chevron on the Simplex T Bar back box. Technically, I did get this device from that hospital as that older 2099. The back is the I got from a different Chevron I bought. The cover is from the hospital. The back is a separate back, though, because I actually fixed this Chevron because I had actually gotten one off of Amazon, but the lock was literally dismembered and torn out of the Chevron I got on Amazon, so I just fixed that. I want to fix the cover to that, though, soon. I'll actually pull this. And you'll hear the panel beep. I'm not going to acknowledge it because I got to pull several more. I'm actually going to leave that off because I want to remember that it's pulled. I have my newer 279B1110. This is just the hex lock version. Here I have my BG6. And for those of you who don't know, I explained it in a system test I'll actually be uploading soon. This has the BNG1 button, the BNG1R's button. All I did was I moved the button out a little bit and sandwiched the, I sandwiched it in between the pull station and 2 nuts on here. One's on here and one's on the back. I essentially just pulled the button out a little bit and made the button shorter, but it does work, and I'm glad it does. And there's the i3. I'll even test the i3 for you if I can find. Test it real quick. There's that, and the little LED came on. It's very dim, but I'm going to shut this panel up real quick. Now that I activated everything. And if the notification appliances were connected, you would be hearing my Honeywell NS multi-candela. If you haven't heard the story about this, go check out one of my old videos. My 7002T I got from Alex. Alex, thank you again. I love this 7002T so much. For those of you who have been following my channel for a long time, especially these 3 guys, they've known how long I've been really wanting a 7002T, and I had gotten one. It was a Honeywell one, but it came broken, and it was just such a complicated process, and I had finally gotten one. Special thanks to Alex for that. You're actually my hero, Alex. And here we have the final device. We have the WS24 with no lettering on it because it all faded off, but it's rebranded by Honeywell, and it's on the Edwards Integrity back box. Actually, it's not the final device. I have my Honeywell BG12, the S464 something. Let me check let me get my notifier key. Not GF. And then here we have my white System Sensor Special Art Classic that's being used as a hat holder right now. So, that is it for my collection, guys. This is apparently being a half an hour long video. For all of you who managed to go through the whole thing, I salute you. You're a trooper. So I'm gonna have to set. I'm gonna. These are a lot of devices. I don't know how these guys even stayed in this. Jack just joined in like halfway. I don't even remember when he joined.
Hey guys, just so you know, I have some new videos on my channel. So do yourself a favor and go look at some cool videos right now.
Yeah, he says they're cool, but they're
I
not.
also have...
I'm so glad you guys are shouting all of yourselves out. Okay, anyway, I'll leave all their channel links in the description. The only thing that's in this box still is that box is the Integrity. That's a cover for an i3. FPL, I have some more FPL there. And this stuff in here is a broken heat detector, a base to a 2WB i3, a back to a heat detector, and an Edwards incandescent lamp that's completely busted. So that's really it for my collection, guys. That's about 110 devices. I'm going to leave the final count in here. I don't know if I'll be editing all the model numbers in here because that'll take a while to edit. This video is going to be so long regardless. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you even made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. This is my collection now. Many more devices to come soon. And I also completely forgot to mention the Fire Shield is technically a device. First panel. Glad to have it. Special thanks to Alex for that. So, anyway guys, I'm so glad you watched this video. Please let me know if you want to see any more. If you want to see a specific device in this collection video, please let me know in the comments. If there's even more than 20 people who watch this whole thing, once again, you're my hero. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video.